All right. Good evening, everyone. Thanks you for dialing in for tonight's IPO webinar. Here we have Vetece Holdings Berhad, VTC, will be listed on AIS market on 28th of August, that means tomorrow. Vetece Holdings Berhad, VTC are principally based in Malaysia, and the company principally involved as an enterprise IT solution provider, where provide implementation service, as well as maintenance, support, and professional service, and the resales of hardware and software. Later on, our VTC management team will discuss in details. Here we get to honor to have here the company independent executive vice chairman, Vernon T. Hi, Vernon. And non-independent executive director or CEO, Mr. Chan. Hi, Mr. Chan.
Hello, how are you?
All right.
Very good evening to everybody.
Yeah. Okay, let us review for the corporate video before I run through the presentation.
What makes a great enterprise IT company? Industry-leading engineers, integrated application expertise, professional management team, partnerships with global technology giants. But what makes a perfect enterprise IT company? First of all, the team. People who dedicate themselves to the company, who work tirelessly from dawn to dusk, who strive for perfection, who harmonize diverse systems to unleash the power of unified data. For them, maximizing the value of data is the #1 priority. What else? Providing comprehensive end-to-end solutions. From full-cycle solution implementation to maintenance, support, and professional services, there is still one last thing: passion. The desire to help clients to unlock the potential value of data. Making your data valuable. VTC.
Thanks for the corporate video for us to understand more about VTC. Without further ado, we'll start the presentation. Over to you, Mr. Chan and Vernon.
Hello. Wow, it's raining heavily on my side. Okay, let's start something. Before I want to start this presentation, I want to express my gratitude to Kenanga Investment Bank for their guidance throughout our listing journey, serving to as our principal advisor, sponsor, underwriter, and placement agent. Right. In fact, they have been working tirelessly to help us to reach this particular stage for our company. Hello, everybody. Good evening. My name is Wai Home. I'm the CEO and Executive Director of VTC Holding Berhad. And I will run through this presentation with you all. And if you have any questions during the presentation, you can just put it in the placeholder, and then we will try our best to answer or respond to your questions. A very good evening to everybody. This is the disclaimer slides, which I'm not going to go in detail, especially this is only the generous disclaimer statement that we always do for our presentation to any of our external parties, right? Okay, how I structure this particular presentation? I structure this presentation into 4 major categories of 4 major agenda. The first one is the business highlight, which I'm going to give you some overview of our past history of our company. Then locally, we also then you will take you to our business strategy and future plan. Future plan in the second agenda. Then, in the third agenda, I will cover a bit our financial performance, and lastly, give us the overview of this particular IPO highlights. Further ado, let me try to go straight to the first agenda, business highlight. Just to give you some background, those people still, I think by now people should know our company name, VTC Holding Berhad, but those who haven't got to know our company name, this listed company going for listing tomorrow is called VTC Holdings Berhad, and this is an investment holding company which have 2 major subsidiaries called Vision Technology Consulting Sdn Berhad and Vision Technology Consulting Private Limited, which is one is incorporated in Malaysia, another one incorporated in Singapore. We have been in the business for 21 years with these two subsidiaries and offering a wide range of enterprise information technology solutions over here. And our services recover implementation, which include design, development, testing, and then deploy the solution for the customer. And after we deploy the solution, then we continue with support and maintenance and professional services for our client. And when we also doing these particular services, we also do the resell and hardware solution as one-stop center services for our customer, right? And I'm not going to go into more detail about these particular other details, which I'm going to elaborate more detail in other slides as well. Okay, let us move on to this history of our company. Shall I try to take about 5 minutes to give you a background of our company history before we go into what is the current work, what is the current services that we offer to our clients right now. At the initial stage, when the company was founded back in 2003, we are pretty much CIBR, customer relationship management, a CRM implementer. At that time, when we just founded the company, we wanted to take our company to be getting recognition from the market, because from 2003 to 2005, this is the era whereby we very much focusing, trying to build our reputation in the market, and as well getting our brand name and making sure that we deliver high quality services to our customer. So at this juncture, in this period of time, we are just doing a lot of work as a subcontractor to large organizations like IT organization like Accenture, or even DX, at that time it's called HP Consulting, and others big local IT companies. But I can say that we are working with them. We also get this opportunity to learn from them, to learn some of the best practices that they put in place in order for us to take this level to the next era, whereby we are trying to diversify our company to a bigger capability to do more work or services for our enterprise client. So in 2006 and 2010, at this period of time, we were already moving out from as a subcontractor. We were able to create a major milestone for our company, because we have managed to secure our first projects as a prime contractor for telecommunication and financial services industry. At the same time, in this particular period of time, we want to moving towards doing just more than just a customer relationship management, or called CRM. And now I think a lot of people just call it customer experience. So we want to do something new, because at that time, even at the beginning part, from 2003, 2005, we're doing a lot of CRM, but in fact, in order to do CRM, we know that in order to have a proper or effective CRM solution, it just more require just not the applications, the front-end solution, but it also require a lot of data, to analyze the data, understand the data. That's because talking about we are providing services for a large organization that process millions of data every day. So all this data are very important, that we need to analyze it and help our customer how to upsell and cross-sell their products to their customers. But so when it comes to the era of 2006 to 2010, we structure our company into a few areas. Like for instance, that we entered into our data management and analytics solution. At that time, we still using Oracle solution, and we are entering into Oracle BI. Oracle BI, a lot of people don't understand what's Oracle BI. I think to make it simple, Oracle BI is just a name of the product that doing a lot of data management together with the analytics, data analytics at that time. And in that particular year, we managed to secure one particular digital transformation project to help the customer to implement a CRM, or customer relationship solution, together with the data analytics solution, in order for them to grow their business with different financial products and different customer segments. So this is the period of time. So in 2011 to 2015, move on then, because we are really showing our capability to able to do more than one particular solution, which is the voice solution. At that time, the solution whereby we already trying to go reach out, Oracle from the reach out to us that we meant to apply for Oracle Platinum, and then we also awarded as an Oracle Platinum status with the minimum of at that time there's a requirement is that we need to able to deliver 5 Oracle solution. Like for instance, we managed to do Oracle CRM, which is the Silver CRM, and then with Oracle BI, and then also integration solution as well. We also do Oracle integration and the final integration data, and then at the same time we also need to do a lot of work doing the Java programming, because at that time there are a lot of opportunity that we want to build Oracle Java, because in that Java and Java is part of the Oracle product family at that time. So we have been upgraded to Oracle Platinum Partner status at this particular period of time. Even those who do not understand what is Oracle Platinum Partner, what is Oracle Gold Partner. Oracle Gold Partner status is only given to any companies who already specialize in one particular solution. But we have it diversified. We managed to expand our capability in order to provide a more comprehensive end-to-end solution, which covers 5 different categories in order to take a bigger job for our customer. So over that, at that time, or in that particular era, Oracle Platinum partners, there are not really many Oracle Platinum partners in Malaysia. I think so at that time, we have some Oracle Platinum partners within Oracle companies, but they are just purely Oracle product distributor. They're just doing trading business, whereby you just buy the Oracle product and then sell it to the customer. But we are considered the only one who can able to deliver end-to-end comprehensive implementation solutions for our end customers. And you must imagine that there are not many, at that time we are equivalent to HP Consulting or DXC right now. We are equivalent to, say, Tata Consultancy at that time, because Tata and Tata Consultancy or even DXC are just Oracle Platinum partner at that time, right? But nowadays, to be honest, nowadays the Oracle has changed all the grading of their Oracle partners, whereby they would divide the company, categorize the company by Gold partner, Platinum partner, or Diamond partner. I think they give that one standard name, Oracle partner, that's it. But that's the difference, back in 2011 to 2015. But in this particular era period, we also venturing into some other different venturing into different Oracle technology, because we already built the capability within our capability to provide end-to-end solutions like CRM, data management, integration, a bit of security, and some server infrastructure. Then we trying to use this particular model that we have, and then trying to look out to others, the technology partner, because we want to expand our company so that we have a bigger customer base where we want to do other different technology as well. Because right now, we will just continue to focus on Oracle. This is the set of customer that we can target for. But then later on, we venture into other type of solutions. We have more opportunity. We can able to provide even more recommendation to our customers, which is the best solution they can adopt to improve their business operation. So at this particular in 2015, we managed to secure our first non-Oracle project, which is on Teradata for our foreign banks, especially Singapore banks. And we managed to deliver successfully in 2015 as well. That particular year is very important to years. So it's another major milestone for us, because it gives us a lot of confidence, a lot of boost to our capability, to our team, that we can able to do work more than just specified to one particular solution. So we are doing other areas as well. So in 2020, we are doing a lot of work on other technologies, like we buy the Salesforce, the BSO2, and as well. Then in 2021-23, we have been awarded to be some of the best system integrator, BSO2, Asia Pacific region as well. So this is all about high-level introduction of our company background, and then let me move on to the next slide to give you some others content of what we are doing today. In terms of senior management team, all our senior management have more than 20 years of experience, and you can see from here, They all have more than 20 years, and some of them, except CFO, I think most of them have been with a company for even more than 15 years company. They have been long with us, and they have been working with us for a long time. Right? This gives us a lot of credibility and track record in order to deliver a complex work for our large enterprise client. In terms of the collaboration, as I mentioned earlier, just now in the first slide, we do a lot of collaboration. And then, in fact, we have 7 technology partners and vendors. The major one is Oracle, the BSO2, Salesforce, Data. And then we also have others or smaller partners that we are working with. Oracle is a very well-known large organization. I think they are one of the technology giants that is listed in New York Stock Exchange. The BSO2, one of the leading integration solution platform. And Salesforce, everybody knows that is the number 1 customer CX solution right now, a customer CRM solution in the market right now. And Data also one of the data management solution listed in I was not mistaken, listed in New York Stock Exchange as well, right? So in terms of the client base, we have been working with many types of clients, covering from telecommunication, financial services, and other industry, which is technology, manufacturing, higher education, and so on and so forth. But our major revenue contributor are from clients in the telecommunication and financial services sectors, which I can describe later on in other slides, how much they are contributing to our total revenue. In terms of major client, we do a lot of work in the Telstra, TM, China Construction Bank. Another one is like Malaysia banks, like Universal Bank operating in Malaysia, and then one is another Singapore bank headquartered in Singapore as well, right? But they have an operation in Malaysia too, right? So in terms of the track record, I think you can see this slide, you can see that we have a proven track record to execute project overseas. We have been experienced in operating our country. In fact, we are serving our customer in all the Asia Pacific region from 2 offices that we have in Malaysia, and primary in Malaysia, that is secondary in Singapore, right? Because our HQ is Malaysia. And over these particular years of experience that we are doing work with our customers across Asia Pacific region, we also have established a lot of software tools, tools for us to expedite or to help the customer to implement a solution in a rapid timeline. So we can even do it and there's all these tools that we have developed can be reused, and we can replicate again, can be reused in other customer implementation. That is one of the advantage that we have over here, right? In terms of these quality services, we are ISO 9001:2015 certified organization. And this is focusing on software design installation. And then we also have a TMI maturity level 5 certification. This is a certification offered by international bodies. In fact, these two is a certification offered by international body. And TMI also is a body that assessing company who can provide a high quality of software testing services as well, to make sure that the software that we deliver is according to the right standard. And then they also making sure the company are following the right best practices to ensure the solution that we deliver or solution that we implemented are meeting the standard of the customer expectation. And over here, you can see that we also got the award directly from the customer itself, by TM, UTP, as a best system integrator, as a preferred supplier, and then we also be awarded as a top partner of the year award, the top partner of the year for Asia Pacific region by the BSO2 as well, right? Okay, that's all our overview of the business highlight. I think the best thing is that we have to let's move on to the next agenda. It's about business strategy and future plan. I think the first two slides is just like indication why we adopt this particular strategy. I think the most important thing why we adopt our business strategy, which I'm going to describe in more detail, due to certain due to the evolution of the technology industry like AI, 5G, IoT, cloud computing, and big data. And then we also done the assessment together with IM reports saying that there's a lot of opportunity for this particular IT services to grow in Malaysia and Singapore market as well. And then I can say that the prospect is very, the prospect market outlook for IT industry or IT services is great because there are a lot of companies currently adopting digital transformation due to all those new revolution coming from 5G technologies, big data, especially now it's talking about AI. AI is a range-driven factors for any organization in order to stay competitive ahead of the competitors, also able to continue to improve the efficiency in the organization as well. Right. All right. Then let us start. So let me give you some four main pillars. So yes, four major pillars that in our business strategies, the plan to have to move forward. I think the first one in our business strategy is that we definitely want to expand our IT solution that we are doing today into AI-driven AI solution. One of the reasons why we take AI as a solution, we are ready for AI solutions, that because if we read our prospectus, or not, if you don't have it in mind, let me try to explain to you. We are really doing a lot of work related to data management, how to help people to integrate the data. For many types of systems. In any large organization, they have hundreds of systems at the hundreds of systems, and the system and the IT ecosystem is very complex. And we have been doing this complex work in helping customers to integrate all the data together, harmonize it, and then aggregate it, transform it in order to make the data more meaningful for the business people to analyze it. At the same time, we also have done some work related to machine learning because it's all about data as well. We try to process the data in order to when our customers use machine learning to do cross-selling, to target the right customer segment, to do cross-selling, upselling, as well, how to help the organization to reduce the customer attrition rate as well. Attrition means that we try to maintain higher customer retention as well. That is the one thing that we have done. This is because we have this particular expertise and this particular track record that we have done not only in Malaysia but also in other countries in Asia Pacific region. There's a right decision for us to expand into AI because it's like AI. Because AI is one of the component in the whole AI value chain. Because in order for you to have an effective AI as a downstream thread in the downstream of the value chain, you require companies like us to do the data management integration at the upstream level. So I think it's very natural for us to expand this capability and to be ready to take on this particular AI revolution for the next 10 years, right? This is the main thing we're doing. Secondly, we also talking about this. Definitely, as I mentioned earlier, because of the AI revolution, there's a high growth demand for AI moving forward. Then they also come to the higher growth demand for demand for data management. The people have more and more systems. People need to process more and more data. They collect more data from many different sources in order to understand the customer even better. And you must bear in mind over here, in order for a large organization today, they are very concerned of using those open AI in the market, which is open AI, because they are focusing very much on data security. So they definitely need a solution to help them to utilize the AI solution, but able to secure this data, and this data cannot be shared to other competitors or other enterprise if you open in public. That's why there's a lot of demand for us to help them to integrate their own organization data, the private data in their own organization, and then and as well the data that we can get from the public, and then combine this data in order to make an effective AI solution. That's the reason that the demand for data management, data integration is getting even higher and higher. based on this AI revolution comes into picture in next 10 years. And then another one is that as we are growing our business, we definitely want to set up the Center of Excellence COE, especially for those customers that we are targeting outside Malaysia. This is a foreign clients, because we want to bring in more revenue. We want to go after more bigger customer base in other countries outside Malaysia, especially primarily in Asia Pacific region. At the moment, we still remember just now I showed you the slide that we also have a lot of work. We also have work that we are delivering our services in Asia Pacific region, but that's limited to those customers who have no concern about data at the moment, not concern data, and then they can allow us to do the work remotely in Malaysia. But we also want to aim for all those customers that have a lot of data security concern, and we want to make sure that all the companies who are doing remote work for them or offshore work for them must achieve those ISO 27001 cybersecurity policy. It's an international policy standard for cybersecurity. So we need to use this particular center, once you open the center, making sure the center is built in a high secure manner in order for us to tap into larger customer base. But bear in mind, I can foresee over here in next 1 year or 2 years down the road, I think a lot, even those customers that we are working with right now have no concern about cybersecurity. I think they will also impose cybersecurity. That's why we have to urgently want to build this center, as well also need to get the ISO 27001 in order to give confidence that the work that we are helping you to do right now, the work that are fully secure. You don't have to worry about the security or data security issues over here. So this is very important for us to establish a COE with high standard of data security compliance. And then, as we mentioned, since we are establishing the COE of this software solution, we also take this opportunity. We also want to strengthen our business in Singapore operation. One of the reasons why we want to strengthen our Singapore operation is that we are not just primarily want to go after these Singapore customers, the Singapore clients, Singapore companies, but there are a lot of regional HQ office located in Singapore, especially those multinational corporations who are setting up their regional HQ in Singapore. So we want to tap into this particular customer base in order for us to do more work in the Asia Pacific region. Because once we cover some of the key people in this regional HQ, that for Asia Pacific region, then we can able to tap into those their offices or their companies operating in this Asia Pac region. In fact, this is we have one particular case whereby not one case, we have a couple of cases whereby we managed to secure our customer in Asia Pacific region because we managed to work closely with the regional HQ, MNC HQ located in Singapore itself. All right. So this is the one. This is one of the things I had to elaborate. This is an elaboration on what I mentioned just now. Is for AI solution. Over here, want to highlight over here, we are using a 2.19 million of the proceed to build this particular AI solution by finding finding new partners that we can work with. As well, at the same time, we are also going to build the AI solution with the existing technology partners. And then, to be honest with you, nowadays, all our technology partners that we have right now, like Oracle, the WSO2, Salesforce, they're already embarking on the AI solution, the new products and AI solution. And then we, as a technology partner with them, we have to go with them to also build our competency on AI solution and expand our services to our customer on AI solution too. But bear in mind over here, besides working with existing technology partner, we also need to look for new partners in order to expand our capability and expand our customer base, that we can offer more wider solutions for our customers. Right. This is what I mentioned earlier. I think I don't go through in more detail and more time. Why we have to continue strengthening our existing capability of integration. EI stands for Enterprise Application Integration. It's an integration solution and data engineering and solution, as I mentioned earlier, because this is the fundamental capability the organization must have in order to build an effective AI or ML, which is machine learning solution for the organization, right? So definitely, as long as there's a fundamental growth of the AI ML, definitely you also have effects on the demand for AI and data engineering and ethics solution as well, right? But over here, in this particular strategy that we put in place, we are not using IPO per se, but what we are going to use the internal generator fund to build this capability, or not to build, as a continuous strengthening this capability. As I mentioned over here, we have a solution for COE. COE is we are taking about 3.8 million. Our proceed to build the COE, and then, as I mentioned earlier, the COE that we built today, we have to make sure that we have a strong security, IT security standard in terms of physical access control, in terms of data access encryption solution, and some of the security protocol that we need to put in place in order for us to get the ISO 27001 international security standard, which is also very important to us to make sure that we can give confidence to our customer who engage with TC to do the work, to do the services with a high secure data control or data security control. In terms of strengthening our Singapore operation, we are taking about 3.9 million of a proceed for the strengthening our Singapore operation. As I mentioned earlier, why Singapore? Because it's a gateway to the Asia Pacific region, because there are a lot of MNC regional office located in Singapore, and Singapore. And then at the same time, we also take this opportunity because we are very close to Singapore. We have more advantage compared to other competitors. And at the same time, we also easy to work with Singaporean because they have a similar culture between Malaysian and Singaporean as well. So that is reduce the complexity when it comes to communication and collaboration between two parties. Okay, that's all our future. Let's move on to our financial performance over here. That's the part. So in terms of financial performance, as I mentioned earlier just now, we do a lot of work with various industries, diverse, but majority of the revenue are just contributed from telecommunication and financial services industry, whereby over here, you can see from here, most 46.9% are coming from telecommunication, and 39.4% is from the financial services, and the rest are from other industries, which include technology, higher education, manufacturing, and so on and so forth, which is shown in the slide here. In terms of revenue breakdown by geographical location, then the majority of the revenues are driven from Malaysia at this moment, and whereby we have a small revenue contribution from other countries as well, which is shown in this particular slide. But we definitely want to expand once you got the IPO, once you got the listing, we definitely want to expand our revenue to other geographical locations. In terms of the revenue growth, I think I can see that our revenue is growing from 2021 to 2023. 2023 over here, which it's all you can see from this particular slide, right over here, and then there's the gross profit margins is between 30 to 40% over here, right? Over here in this particular slide, it's just to give you some illustration or give some descriptions that our GP margins for the one-time implementation is about 40%, and then maintenance about 46.1%, maintenance support also around 48.8%. But from here, you can give it a picture that our one-time implementation and the recurring revenue is about 1-to-1 ratio. It's most 1-to-1. It's not 100% 1-to-1, but it's almost a 1-to-1 ratio. So we give a lot of confidence that a lot of recurring revenue that we have generated over the business that we have done for over 21 years. Because after we complete the project one client, then the client will continue to work with us on the maintenance and support services as well, right? So I think it's quite a good thing, good indication. As long as we have a very, what you call, balance of one-time implementation services revenue and the maintenance support services revenue as well. One-time implement gross profit margin and the maintenance support profit margin. Yes. In terms of PPT and PAT, I think this is the information over here that nothing to, I mean, you can just read it from the slides, right? It's the PPT and PAT are growing right now. In terms of the balance sheet positioning, then I can say that we are having a very strong cash flow. I think from the FPE 2024, which is up to 31st of March, I think we have over 11.9 cash. We are very strong in strong net cash position, and I think we also have a consistent, generally very high ROE for our company. And the another thing is that borrowing is very minimal over here, right? Borrowing is very minimal. The borrowing that we have today is pretty much about borrowing from the bank, office bank loan, best bank loan, right? Which also we're going to use the IPO proceed to settle this particular borrowing after the listing. So in terms of IPO highlights, we are going for ACE market at the 25 cent IPO price per share for the market cap up to cap of 38 million. And the listing PE ratio is 14.9, but it's over here it says the listing PE ratio 14.9. But if we look at our cash flow, our asset and the cash flow, I think it's even less than 14.9. It's about 10 times or 8 to 10 times only, right? If we look at our cash flow that we have. So when anybody who want to invest in a company, they're not even paying about 14.9 times because we have a lot of good asset. We also have a very good asset and also a very strong cash flow position to our company, right? So, and then this is all the percentage of the amount percentage of the location for the shares that we have right now. Again, I don't do, this is the breakdown of the utilization proceed, right? I think I mentioned something about roll out new core product services is pretty much related to AI, strengthening Singapore operation, which I described earlier, COE, yes. And the only thing I want to highlight to you that from the IPO proceed will be used to pay off the listing expenses, which are 4.7 million, and then root repayment for our office loan and the fund, and also fund for our main givers of funding for us to purchase hardware and software license for our clients. Not for our clients, but for us to resell to our clients. Sorry. In terms of shareholding structure after IPO, this is you can see from here, whereby this is you can see from here, nothing to describe. The most important thing at the end of the day, the holding company is holding the 100% of two companies that are doing the actual operations. In terms of the environment, social governance, ESG, I think we are committed. We are compliant to the ESG. I think ESG became very important, and then a lot of our private clients, enterprise clients that we have, or even public enterprise clients, already impose all these companies to comply to the ESG, environmental, social, and governance, as one of the requirements to be listed as supplier or vendor to provide services for our customers. IPO date, I think we already passed since IPO date. I think we already passed all these 4 dates. The last day is 30 August, whereby it's the day that tomorrow is tomorrow. Our company will listed on the ACE market. That's all. Thank you so much. That's all I have for you. And we can answer any questions from the audience. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chan, for the presentation just now. Is Mr. Chan and Vernon ready for the Q&A?
Yep.
All right. Okay, the first question is, how does foreign currency benefit your business?
How does a foreign currency benefit for our business? All right, so what I can say over here, most of our business are traded in Ringgit Malaysia. We also have a small amount of revenue in the foreign currency, but it's a very minimal. So because we do not have, if there's any forex fluctuations, right, they have minimal impact to our company.
To add on, of course, recently we have secured a couple of Singapore projects. Singapore dollar is still very strong as compared to USD. So in the near future, you will look at some appreciation on Singapore dollars or maybe depreciation of Malaysian ringgit. They could have impact, but we are storing the dollar as dollar. We are storing ringgit as ringgit. So yeah, we will expand. So whatever you see in Malaysia today is what we earn in Malaysia. Whatever we expand in Singapore is what we are going to expand. So the revenue will grow in Malaysia and grow in Singapore. So you will only see expansion in terms of revenue. Yeah.
Will you explain more about the Singapore market and how they align with your business expansion? Just now you mentioned about the business in Singapore.
Okay, just want to add on. Okay, this is definitely we will have a future plan to strengthen our Singapore operation. One of the in the past, you say for look at the first time you look at the one particular slide whereby our revenue is very small from the Singapore operation, but in fact it was during the COVID period. Because when you look at 21, 2022, it was during the COVID period whereby there's a lockdown and we can't do a lot of business, couldn't do a lot of business in Singapore. Right? Previously, we are quite we have a couple of customers in Singapore, whereby we also serving a lot of international clients out of Singapore office as well. But because of the COVID lockdown back in March 2020, and then we have to make a decision at that time because we cannot fly to Singapore, we cannot get new business, we are not able to serve our customer better when we do have the physical presence at the Singapore on certain project milestone. Because sometimes customer, even though we do a lot of work remotely in Malaysia, but certain occasion that we still have to go down to Singapore or go down to other countries in order to serve our customer. In order, based on certain project milestones, like for instance, during the design the requirement stage, we have to go down to meet the customer to understand the requirement. At the same time, at one point in time, during the testing period, we have to go down to the other country to help the customer how to test the system and then fix the solution, fix any issues during the testing period. Right, these are the very critical period that we need to be on site, even though the majority of the work are done remotely. But due to this COVID-19 pandemic, then we are unable to travel. Then you are unable to do business. We are not able to close more sales over there. That's why the revenue has dropped. But at that time, we know that we could not travel. Then we expand our business. That's why you see our revenue still growing during the COVID period. Because we made a decision, we focus all our business in domestic market. Because at that juncture, we cannot fly out to do business overseas. There's our competitors also cannot come in to Malaysia easily to work. So a lot of our clients in Malaysia had to depend on the local company who have this capability to do work. That's why we managed to expand our business during the COVID period, but primarily on the domestic market. But right now, now the market is open, that means the borders open. That's the reason that we want to continue to go back to to Singapore to strengthen our business over there. And you must imagine that nowadays there are a lot of Chinese companies, the Chinese-based MNC are located regional HQ in Singapore. And this kind of company also requires a company like us who can speak both Mandarin and English. They cannot just working with all those companies who cannot speak Mandarin, because the really Chinese company, they prefer company who can speak Chinese. So they are looking on us to serve them, to provide this kind of technology services for them, right? And
I just want to add on to what Wai Hong tried to say. So far, if you look at our competitor, there are majority of them are multinational company. Like I can name their name. They can be our partner as well. They can be our competitor. They are either from US, United States, or from India. So to add on, because if you look around and try to look around for a company that can do what we do in this region, I think we are the only one that is really Malaysia based. They speak Chinese, they speak English, or speak Malay. So that is our strength compared to our competitor. And with the IPO process and with the brand name we have, we will be able to grow even further. We can secure bigger projects compared to what we were doing earlier on. Brand name is very important for us to attract talent as well. We have about close to about 87 programmers in our company, or 80 programmers in our company, and we also do training program like internship So the good intern will be recruited as our employee as well. So we have this program that we continue churning out good programmers. We also don't see a lot of company in Malaysia. They have as much as a programmer, software programmer like us in this region, in this Malaysia market. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Thanks to we have multi-language the benefits to
Yeah.
you and also can go overseas to work.
Yeah.
Just now you also mentioned about you have hired interns from uni. Are you facing a labor shortage, especially hiring software developers?
Okay. Add on.
Okay.
Wai Hong, can I?
You can go ahead.
So to add on to this question, so you see, we are doing Oracle, we are doing Amazon, we are doing all these high level branded company solution. And there are two type of programmers in Malaysia. One type is they want to do the normal application development like the Vue.js, the JSON or all these programming languages, right? Flutter, all this app programming. The other type is they want to adhere themselves to big organization. They want to do a project with maybe Telekom Malaysia, maybe DBKL, maybe UOB, maybe OCBC. So we give them that kind of opportunity to get into this kind of company. We train them with the newest technology of the branded company like Oracle, like WSO2, like Amazon, like yeah, all kind of technology like Teradata. So this kind of technology is hard to go in. If you are it only happen to company like maybe Accenture, Deloitte, maybe IBM, maybe HP Consulting. So either they either have to join them, and if they cannot get them, they will try to look for us and they'll come in. So is it difficult? It's not that difficult for us. But so if you look at Malaysia market, the difficult part of Malaysian IT graduate, people who want to get them are those people who try to do the open source programming, the Flutter, the Vue.js. The one now it can be easily replaced by OpenAI. They can actually write code so easily. Last time we need to take 6 months to write a code. Now you need to take 1 month to write a code. But on our side, you will still take the same time, same period of time, and same group of people to do the work. Yeah.
Miss
Wai Hong,
Station got
anything you want
anything?
to add?
No,
Wai
that's
Hong?
all. That's good.
Okay. Okay, here is another question related to the employees. How many breakdown between foreign and local labors do you have?
To be honest with you right now, thanks, most of our talents are Malaysian talents. I think more than 90% are Malaysians, about 90, I think 90% are Malaysian. And then the others, about 10% is foreigners. That's why we have, we don't, that's why we have a training program. We are able to retain our people. That's why we are not like those other companies who have a lot of foreigners, or even a lot of foreigners in the organization in order to do the work. But we have the very strong team of local Malaysians who can able to help to design the solution, implement the solution, and so train a lot of junior people, including fresh graduates or interns that we bring into our company in order for us to groom them to architect in the future, or use the part of the management. In fact, some of the architects that be with our company from the internship, they already joined us since the time that back in 2010 or 2009. They joined as an intern. Right now, they become one of the chief architect in our company as well. So,
Oh, so good.
we have done the internship very well. We have started the internship program. We already fine-tuned the internship since back in 2009, and we are running it every year until we become expert, and we know what we need to do in order to build our local talents in Malaysia.
How do VTC retain the top talents and promote continuous improvement in the competitive global market?
Can you speak louder? I couldn't hear what you say, sir.
Okay, how does VTC retain top talent and promote continuous improvement in the competitive global market? Retain your
Yeah, I
staff.
think this is a good question. A lot of people asking how we can retain people. The first thing that definitely first of all, we will make sure that our remuneration package must be competitive, right? I think at the end of the day, people must make sure that they have a good compensation package in our company. We always make sure that our compensation package is competitive with the organization. And the most important, second thing that we also reward our people by right now, those people who have been long enough, we want to reward it by paying for all kind of stuff. But definitely in the future, we find other ways, after, to reward our people after our company got listed. And then there are same things that the most important. Another one is that a lot of time, people who have been a lot of time is some of the people that who join a company, a large organization, a company, other companies, they have been not given the opportunity to do what they want to do. Over here is we have a very flexible business model whereby we allow people to grow together with the growth in the area that they want to pursue on. Like for instance, if you want to focus on this technology area, then we give the opportunity. We have people to train them, guide them, and then at the same time coach them, and give them a lot of opportunity for them to get experience from one industry to another industry. But because we have people who say that he joined another say a bank, they're always doing the work for a bank, but they don't know what if you want to employ solution other industry, they may not get this opportunity. That's the reason that sometimes they have people who just join the other left a company, join this company, and then after that they turn back to VTC. We have this thing because and that's the reason that we have that opportunities for them. And then we also do a lot of counseling to them what they need to do and making sure that are quite happy a company. But I cannot 100% that no, if there's no person, I cannot 100% retain the people. The main objective of my organization is to make sure that I can retain the best the people. There's no way that I say I don't have the attrition rate. It's 0% people resign. It's not possible at all. But people do resign. But we want to make sure that we maintain the core team in the organization, right? And then the core team can continue to develop the junior and groom the junior.
To add on what Wai Hong said, we actually create a culture of training and growing and training and growing and training and growing.
Yeah.
So that kind of culture is hard to replicate, but you can see that kind of culture is in some of the MNC because it's almost similar culture. They always can retain their people for about 10 years to 20 years. Like Essential, like all these kind of companies. It's the same similar kind of model that we are working on, and it worked for the past 20 years.
Quite good. You do what your best can do.
Yeah.
The next question about how does VTC compare to its peers in this industry?
Then do you take it on? Take on the
Okay,
question?
can. So in our company, we have a different type of competitor, and this competitor also can become our partner. We work together with each other. In the IT industry, everyone work together, all right? But if you talk about really competition, in terms of competition, so you will look at company like the US company, the Accenture, the Deloitte, the KPMG, the Ernst & Young. So they have their consulting arm. They do the enterprise solution as well. But we are specialized in Oracle. We could be specialized in other enterprise solutions. So we are really good in something which they might not be good in. So they might be partnering us and work with us. That is one thing. So, but then when you go into India competitor, they are mass production. They have like thousands and 10,000 of people, 700,000 of people in India, right? That also means that we can also grow to that kind of size in the near future with our investor who believe in us and let us grow the business to 700,000. If we can make, if it's 700,000, that means we can make multiple of $1 billion of USD, right? But it's a long way to go, of course. So the Indian one, yes, normally they are our competitor because the pricing is almost similar. So in terms of pricing, I want to talk about pricing. Our pricing is between the 200,000 ringgit per head count to 900,000 ringgit per head count. So we are in the middle. Sometimes we are a little bit higher than the 200,000, which is competitive because we are local, we are Malaysian, we are multilingual. Our local client love us, our GLC love us. The same as in Singapore. Last time when I was working in Singapore, the Singapore prefer a Malaysian compared to someone that only speak English, right? Or a Chinese company from China, they come to Singapore, they wanted come to Malaysia itself. They wanted someone that can speak Chinese instead of speaking something in English only, right? So this is how we compete with them. That is how we win projects. So that is one of our competitive advantage. The other competitive is our value. Just like I said, some of the some of the vendor, some of the partner, or some of the consulting firm, they're charging 900,000 per headcount a year. We are charging way less than that. But we can still do well. We can still get about 30 to 40% margin. So they are still a big margin for us at the moment. So in terms of expertise, we are very good in banking. We are very good in telco. We have all the accelerator. We have all the knowledge. So when we go into a customer, we can compete. We can just say we know your industry. We know this very well. We not only that, we also know government agency. We also know pharmaceutical. We also have all this kind of experience. So we know the local thing is like today when you want to do something for, let's say for example, we don't talk about client, right? For example, a client in a telco, right? Let's say female, male, lelaki, perempuan, L, P. So our foreign company or competitor, they won't know, but we know it. So that is our advantage. So well, you want to add on because that is what I want to say. But
yeah, I think so. To add over here, the most important thing, we also have developed a lot of local accelerator I mentioned earlier in the earlier slide. Like for instance, even in kind of data management, like sometimes when we do any data processing, we also have the program in such a way that just simple, just a skill simple thing, which is not. I think we have even more complex capability as well. That's simple for everybody to understand. Like just like look at the IC itself, we have the capability, but just because you do any data processing, happen to do consult data or clean up the data like over here. Like if you look at the IC itself, we know what is the whether this particular person is the male or female, because it's the odd number, the last digit number is the male. So that in certain system, when we process that, we auto help at least identify this person as a odd number, you auto populate the date field called male. Another one is that it's a even female kind of thing. And then from even the first 6 digit, we know what is the date of birth of the person. If we get any software, those others foreign companies who compete with us, they have to really understand this thing. They have to understand how this 14 digit what you call 610 or 10 4, 6 2 8 the 12 digit of the IC number to determine whether this is the gender of the person, determine whether it's gender, determine the date of birth of the person. And this is where it's a simple example, you see. That we have that kind of program, even simple, that can put in place to help the customer to help them to identify the person itself. Like it's quite common, you see. This is talking about very simple example right now. And even right now, I even have more other type of scenario which can create a more complex scenario for our customer when it comes to helping customer to manage the data, how to analyze the data through the automatic tool with this kind of local capability that we have built over the years. Right. Understand?
Yeah, get it. Quite knowledgeable today.
Quite knowledgeable. I give you a very simple example just now. So you say how use the IC number is the best choice. It's the best thing to talk about.
Okay, this question is a bit long, but overall is asking about the key certification VTC have, like ISO 9001 to 015 and TMMI maturity level 5. Is this only for VTC or others company like in the same industry also got it?
Other companies do have this particular certification because it's one of the minimum requirement. Sometimes you want to stay relevant. For instance, you want to provide testing services. In order for you to provide testing services, how the other enterprise client will filter which company is qualified to provide these kind of services. They look for companies who have this certification first before you are allowed to bid for tender. And right now, even if I look at those testing services tender from government agency, one of the compliance that the company must achieve this kind of TMI level 5. Level 5 is the highest level. And there are not many companies that have this kind of level 5. I do say that there are some companies in Malaysia have this kind of certification, but not many. So it really gives us the advantage to reduce number of competitors in the market, right?
To add on what Wai Feng tried to say is, there are companies that have level 5, but they doesn't have the solution we have, like the Oracle solution, the Amazon solution. They do not have that. Just like they could have like a certification for penetration test. They do not have what we can do. We go on the 5 pillar where include security, data, application, integration, and cloud. So we do all the 5 things, right? But most people only do 1 or 2. So we are quite comprehensive and able to compete with global player.
Just to add what Werner has mentioned is that sometimes when we have we also, because when you look at some companies when they specialize certain technology, certain area, then they were able to do the whole complete solution. Like for instance, you want to do a bigger project, for a bigger tender, the customer actually require a more comprehensive capability to do the end-to-end solution, especially related to digital transformation, which is that need to transformation that encompasses the whole all the functional department in the whole entire organization.
And I just want to add on, for the future, it's all about AI. What does AI based on? AI is based on data. And the customer will engage company like us who have total solution, who know how to do the integration, migrating the data, knowing the CRM, knowing the ERP, knowing every single thing to help them to do the AI instead of you go in and say, I will do your AI. Yes, maybe you can. That will be your support chat web. But it's not about a comprehensive AI that they can do. But we can do more than that. So we are in the forefront of AI in the next 10 years, I can say that.
The next question is asking about the recurring revenue. Just now I listened that you have recurring revenue and that is 1/1. If so, are they based on annual renewal basis or they have different durations?
It's a renewal basis. Majority will be on the annual renewal basis, but there are also certain contracts like we have a 3 years contract or 5 years contract. But recently we also have a customer started with 1 year contract, then they for first 2 years, and then later on right now recently they signed us for 3 years contract, maintenance contract, right? But yeah, this is this is how it works. But definitely, even though they say on the annual renewal basis, it doesn't mean that the customer can even switch it to another provider, service provider. Because at the end of the day, because you have already done a lot of complex work, we have not know the system very well. So it's not easy for any customer just to switch from one provider to another provider unless VTC has done a very screw up a lot of big things. That's a different story.
They can still outsource to other people, but they will have to pay about double of the value for about 6 months. It's called transition. Yeah. So normally client won't do that unless you already screw up. Yeah.
Okay. How does VTC ensure in this software solution to meet the growing demand for its client across different industry? Just now, your major industry is banking and telco, right?
Yes, you're right. We have 21 years of experience. It's just that currently in the past 3 years, majority of our customer are bank and telco. But of course, bank is the number one. To be honest, bank is number one because we have more financial institution services company compared to telco. That is number one. So sometime the next 3 years when the banks is going to have more projects, then our revenue will grow like big, right? But the next thing is we actually have all other industry like pharmaceutical. We have the experience for 20 years. We have automotive 20 years, manufacturing, FMCG, like Guinness and Berhad, all these company. But it's not inside the prospectus. But if you dig further, go and talk to our customer, you will be able to know, we have 100 of customer, all MMC under our belt at the moment. Just that we cannot disclose in the prospectus. Yeah. So yeah, we have all the different industry knowledge, especially in CRM, data, integration. And we build all this industry knowledge and we keep all these things inside our knowledge base for our employee to understand, to learn before they go on projects. Anything?
Oh, that's all. That's good.
Okay, beyond the question, does VTC plan to expand into new sector or willing to focus on improving quality within its current sector?
I think with the two-pronged strategy, definitely we continue to expand our capability, expand our services for the existing sector as well, because that we know that there are a lot of opportunity that we can do, especially after we are expanding our technology capability, so we can do more things with the existing customer, same segment. But then definitely we also we have a capability to expand our capability to other sectors. Because right now you can see that we very much focus on telecommunication and financial services, but that is not what we want to do. We want to expand our business, our services to other sectors like I already mentioned, pharmaceutical, one of them, manufacturing, consumer
Utility.
good, utility as well. But
So
that's the thing we are going after it. We have done work for this kind of industry, but due to our once we have the brand name, bigger brand name after this start, I think we have a more opportunity to tap into all this industry. And yeah,
I just want to add on. Uh, when in our company inside, when we have our management meeting and stuff like this, we always talk about data. So when you look at the customer, look at potential customer, they they have a lot of data, then they are our customer, or they are already our customer. They work with us. So any company, they have a lot of data, a lot of customer data, a lot these are our customer. So including retail, the future. So retail is the one that we are not working on today. Like the Shopee is not what we have. The Lazada is not our customer at the moment. But yeah, we will look into them because they have a lot of data and they will need our help.
Okay, great. Another question is, how does VTC approach to cybersecurity influence its software development life cycle and client trust?
cybersecurity, yes, definitely that we currently we already embark on those embark on those certain implementation to ensure that our technologies have follow the follow or comply to cybersecurity. And then right now we are working with all those large organizations, especially know that our majority of customers are in the either large MNC or even the large GLC customers. And right now all these organizations have really insist the IT service provider like us to have a very stringent stringent in compliance to the cybersecurity policy. And one, as I mentioned earlier, ISO 27001 is one of the must to have in the future as well, in the near future. Not very far future, but in the near future, I think they will impose this kind of compliance to all the IT security policy, IT service provider. Because we're already getting a lot of feedback. We're also getting a lot of feedback, a lot of briefing from their procurement department that all these vendors have to comply to their requirement. And I think it's very, very important.
We already started our process on the application of that certification. Not only that, but just to add on, normally our projects are a bit different from other vendor, like let's say for example you use CIMB Quicks, you use CIMB Quicks. So we are so they are facing the client. The data is actually exposed out to the client. So what we do, our CRM solution or our data solution is also always the intermittent. It's like we don't store any data for the customer. So data is being managed and controlled by the customer. What we do is we work on their data and make their data valuable. So and then the firewall, we are always inside the firewall and outside the firewall. Where today the app you are using, your trading platform and everything is outside the firewall, is on your DMZ zone. So we basically whatever we implement for customer is more secure because it's controlled by them. Yeah.
Okay. Next question is, how does VTC measure the effectiveness of its software testing and quality assurance process? I think just now both of you already explained quite
Yeah.
well.
I think we explained such that we already, in order to give confidence to the customer that we have this kind of certification, if we're able to want to find out more what is this TMI certification, then you can just Google. There are a lot of information on TMI, and then what is the compliance requirement that we need to follow, adhere to. Right? And
I want to add on the testing. We provide testing services with that certification, but our testing services, what we do is we do automatic automation testing. So we do like for example, today you have a platform that you need 1 million people to use the platform, right? You need to test whether it work or not. So we have a testing tool which is going to automated test 1 million people at one time, at one single time, at one single second, that test this whether your system is going to crash. That is one of the things. Or when someone have implemented something and they have a new feature, we have this automated testing script that can run on the client machine to do regression testing and test every single thing that have worked before, as well as the new functionality. This is what we provided for our customers.
It's part of the, this is the, to add what Vernon said, it's part of the whole testing services that we offer to the customer. Because like nowadays, we don't want to use a lot of automation to help the customer to provide a more effective way of doing testing and making sure that less human error when it comes to testing. Because if we involve a lot of people to do testing, there's a tendency there's a human error or miss out certain feature that need to be tested. So we run through the automated testing, then these are the things that's been automatically run by the system, by the technology, and you seldom miss out certain key capabilities. And that's what I want to mention about the 1 million user, 100 user testing. That is a stress test, because we have this particular stress test performance testing tool to help our customer to make sure that when they want to run, they deploy the solution for the people to use the solution to the public, open to the public, we want to make sure that this particular solution is able to handle certain load. Like sometimes you expect this solution to able to handle 1,000 or 10,000 concurrent users. So you make sure this system can able to handle that before. If not, then later we open up to the public to use it, then the system crash. Right.
Yeah, not we won't want this kind of thing to happen.
Yeah.
The next question is, what challenges has you faced in maintain high standard in software design and testing, and how do you overcome that? I think just now both of you already explained it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And are you planning for ISO 27001?
ISO?
Yeah, that one is
27001.
what we
Yes.
are working on now.
Yeah, okay.
That is what we have started a couple of months ago. Yeah.
What is the percentage of your technician staff that has technical certification?
I think most of the most we want to make sure that how to answer this question is that all our architects, all our leads in our organization have this certification, because at the end of the day, they are the person who lead the whole implementation, and also be the person to face the customer, because they are the frontliner for us. Right. And then for the junior, maybe they don't have a certification at the moment, but definitely when you reach certain, after they get sufficient experience in a company, then we will bring them to the, bring them and request them to take the certification itself. Right. So that at the end of the day, not just one organized companies, the customer to think that just having a certification without experience doesn't serve any purpose. A lot of people, a lot of organized, sometimes they can show they have people who have certification, but I look at the experience level, they have very little experience. So they are pure academic person. Certification sometimes you can give you a certain measurement, like just like a driving license. A driving license allows you to know how to drive the car. It's like you pass the driving, you pass the, you have a driving license, you pass it, but how well you control the car is also depend on the experience level, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You have a driving license only, just like certification, just a minimum qualification to drive the car. But how well you control the car is another different story. That is all depend on the experience that you driving the car.
Yeah, depend on the experience you have.
Yeah.
And then what you learn through also.
Yeah.
And how many unbilled and ongoing order or project do you have currently?
Come again?
We can only disclose. We got the next I don't think we can disclose here, right? But we can disclose. We got a couple of huge $1 million project in the last 1.5 months.
Yeah, that's quite good. Okay, I think we answer all of the questions for tonight. And yeah, before we end, do you have anything or any closing remark you want to add on?
Okay, I tried to close it with this with the And with the hope that the people who listen to this particular webinar as well help us to reach out to other people that you know of, that this is the company that you can look into. Especially we have a lot of prospect, we have a lot of opportunities for this company to grow further at the moment, and we are there are not many players like us in the market, IT companies like us, who can do so much a comprehensive solution and able to take on to all those large technology giants as well. But at the end of the day, I can say that sometimes you want to work with them, or sometimes they are our competitors, but sometimes they also be our partners as well. We have certain projects that we're working together with them as under the consortium to deliver the end solution to our clients. Right? So I think we have a lot of prospect and there are a lot of opportunity for everybody, for our shareholders, that we are definitely want to work very hard from our end after the hard to serve or to deliver values to our shareholders.
Okay. Vernon, do you need to add any?
So first I want to thanks Rakuten Check-in for organizing this today, and all the audience today. I just want to say I think we are the only one that provide in Malaysia Oracle whole suite of solution. The next one is the next enterprise solution of the next vendor solution. One big one is what we are going to work with. Hopefully they will be our partner, and then we have two of them. And after we have two of them, I think we will be a bigger regional player, and we can grow a lot more from what we have today, because we start from a very small base as of today. Our revenue is small, our profit is great, and we are going to continue to grow even more profit, more revenue from today base. So and if whoever doesn't want to invest with us, come into our company, invest in our company, no problem. If you know any customer that is looking for data solution, AI solution, application solution, look for us. We can give you referral fees and stuff like this. No problem. All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Vernon and Mr. Chen, for tonight's presentation. And once again, congrats on your listing on the ACE market tomorrow. Yeah, it's a big day. And yeah, I think we will end at here.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, have a nice day.
Thank you.
Nice.